Do you know that many women tend to be quiet, try to people please, avoid conflicts, fear arguments and criticisms? They keep their thoughts, feelings, and desires to themselves and struggle with communication breakdowns, which prevents them from having happy relationships that they want. Hello, I'm GraceSOULutions, communication expert. Welcome to Communicates Happily Ever After video series. I will be sharing with you magic phrases that you can use that will help you to deal with communication breakdowns. Now, this is the 5th video in the video series. So if you missed the other 4, don't worry about that. So just a quick recap, the other 4 videos I went over. The first one was challenges. The second was about opinions or advice. Third one was about mood, moodiness, feelings, emotions. And the fourth one was about mistakes. So in this 5th video, we're going to be talking about being upset. So sometimes you're going to be upset and sometimes you might upset the other person. So again, in the Communicates video series, we're thinking about you as the character, right? So if you read any stories, you know that there's a character or characters that deal with challenges, opinions, the mood, the mistakes, and also sometimes the main character or characters can be upset, or they might upset another character in the story. So, and it communicates happily ever after, you are the character, all right? So sometimes you might be upset, or sometimes you might be the one that upsets someone in your story. So what to do? Well, there are going to be 2 magic phrases. One for when you are upset, and the second when you upset someone. All right. So let's deal with the first one, when someone upsets you, when you are the one who is upset. So the magic phrase will be, I am upset, or I am feeling disappointed by this. You fill in the blank. So I'm feeling upset, or I'm feeling disappointed by the comment that was made, by the action that was taken, whatever it is that it might be. But you want to state, I'm upset, or I'm disappointed by, and then finish off the rest, whatever it was. I'm upset or disappointed. I'm feeling disappointed. And in the video later on, I will be discussing why you want to start off with the I. But for now, just know that the statement will be to start off with the I feel upset, or I'm upset about this, or I'm disappointed by this. Okay. And then second magic phrase will be, when you upset somebody, then you want to state that I hear that you're upset about, and then list everything that the person told you. Okay. So say you said something, and I'm going to use the example in one of my previous videos that I used about making a statement about not liking a person's hat. So let's say the person says, well, I'm upset, or you hurt my feeling when you told me you don't like my hat. I mean, you just basically bluntly told me that you hated my hat, you hated the colors, you hated, and all this other stuff, and was trying to impress you, but you obviously you just hated it so much, you don't even, say anything about it that you like. So let's say that was a scenario. So what you want to then do, because the person's obviously upset with you, so the magic phrase in this case would be, I hear that you're upset with me by what I said about not liking your hat, about not liking the colors, about not even being impressed, by the effort that you took to, make yourself look nice for me, all of that, right? So you want to try as best as to your ability, list all the things that the person said to you, and to your best of your abilities, and the words that the person said it, right? The words that the person used, you want to repeat back as close as possible to the words that the person said, as well as the list of items that the person shared. Okay, so when the person's upset with you, the main thing is you want to tell the person that you heard them, and you prove that you heard them by repeating back the list as close to the words that the person used, as well as close to the list of all the things that the person gave you. And the reason you do that is because it makes the person then feel validated. And who doesn't want to be validated? I certainly would like to be validated, and I'm certain that you also feel good when you say something and you've been validated, that you know that the person heard you. And how you know that the person heard you is when they use the words as close to it as possible that you use, as well as providing the list. And that will then help to de-escalate a bit of that person's feeling of being upset, right? And you're also taking ownership, which is part of also, with the mistakes. I explained in the previous video with mistakes about taking ownership. This, when the person's upset with you and you're repeating back and everything, you're also there for taking ownership, okay? And that's important because conversations and communication is not just one person, it's two people. And even if you're communicating to yourself, it's still two people because it's you and yourself, right? So there's the you, and then there's the inner self of you. So no matter what, you're communicating with two people. When you communicate and you validate the person, that person will then most likely be less upset, right? You start to de-escalate the person's feeling of being upset with you. And that's what we want, because we want the conversation and communication to still be able to flow. So magic phrases for being upset. When you're upset, use I am upset or I am feeling disappointed, and state what caused that feeling of you being upset or disappointed. When you upset someone, magic phrase, I heard you are upset about what I and then said, list it out, or what I did, list it out, and as close to the words, as close to the list that the person shared with you. So that is the magic phrase to dealing with upset. If you or anyone you know struggle with communication breakdowns or struggle with communicating thoughts, feelings, and desires in communication, please visit my website, GraceSOULutions.com. That's GraceSOULutions.com to see how you can book a free complimentary 30-minute session. Yes, it's complimentary 30-minute session, totally free, no obligation whatsoever. This could change your life forever.